No manuscript pages this time. All right, so the loop should go by faster now, I believe.
Holy shit! What are you, the King Hillbilly?
Oh fuck, I did not mean to waste that second flare. There we go. All right, woo! That's scary for a second.
Right on cue, bubbling to the surface from untold depths, the horrors come. The emerging monsters do not expect the warm reception that has already been prepared for them.
All right, so everything here is now in play, which means that we don't even need to do the other thing. We can just get everything set up immediately and just throw ourselves right into it. So, blinking lights, oil flowing. And CD. This just for the sound effects is very funny. All right. This scene would be way cooler with music, but you know, copyright and all that. All right, now I move. And we can just be clever and run past all of them.
Saving ammo.
Oh no. Oh god, I didn't have, I had a flare. I pushed the flare button, but I just dropped my only one. That was stupid of me. Oh, oops. I thought I had check marked at a different location. Alright, so I have to save my flare for King Hillbilly. That, dodge right there, we're doing good. Go, we're good. All right, so now that we've made it out of there, this.
As long as I show up, I guess.
Assault rifle time. What the fuck? I am shooting you. I am whole ass shooting you. Get out of here. There are flares over here, which will be very helpful. Just move himself into a wall. There we go. Okay, what next? Get you. this thing's dead now. Nope.
It's clear now.
Get dunked on. Alright. We did it.
Yeah, thanks for saving me again. I'd hate to die before I'm scheduled to be murdered.
I guess I have you to thank for setting everything up at the oil derrick.
Yeah, well, I figured that if we were going to go over this again, we might as well try to be smart about it, huh?
I appreciate it. You took a big chance doing that. You okay?
What do you think? I've died twice. I remember everything pretty clearly now. You said I was gonna be okay.
I don't know what happened.
Oh, it's not your fault. I think one of those, what did you call them? The takers? I think they did something to the power and they got me that way.
I'm sorry.
But I got the keys from the dead guy in that room. And I'm not handing them over until you do something about this. I'm sick of getting killed.
Fair enough. You seem calmer now.
I tried freaking out. It didn't do much good for me. I guess you get used to the craziest stuff.
Good for you.
Plus, I figured I'd take the edge off, you know?
Mm-hmm. Those herbal supplements are pretty good, huh?
Oh, yeah.
I wanted to try to explain things to you now since you're calmer, but maybe this isn't the best time after all.
Oh, shit, yeah. Better not get all metaphysical on me now. Seriously, I'm like 2 sentences away from thinking how we could all be like atoms on God's skin or something.
Or figments of somebody's imagination?
Wow. I'm just gonna try to chill out and not think about that or getting murdered or anything, if you're cool with that.
Gotcha.
Alright. Save ammo by securing the fuse box. It should be easy. So you get to see Alan's, like, I pressed the dog button, why? See his priorities shift a little bit. The AoE on that is like so ridiculously small that it's almost like makes me wonder what the purpose of it is. Because it's basically useless. Oh, hey, Esper. Esper was one of the friends of mine that I hung out with at FC. It was a good time. There we go. Did I not just secure it? Is it secured? All right, it's secured. We've secured the fuse box. Grab this ammo. I don't see anything else like laying around. Don't need that. Grabbing the flares, flare gun ammo. There is any. There is not. I can also turn the music back on. We should be good for the rest of the run. Let's watch the TV.
So I've been thinking about Barry. I don't know what to do about him yet. I mean, I'm not gonna keep him around, that's for sure. Al? Al! Ugh, little parasite. Your best friend. Really? That's the best you can do. I actually kinda like the guy. He's a plucky little butterball. He plays the clown, that's a hard road to take. But I don't need him sticking his fat face in my business. Did you know he's been hanging out with the sheriff from that shitty little town? They keep in touch. Barry's about the only guy who insists that you're not dead. How about that?
Interesting piece of info.
I might keep him alive for a while. Just to see him go to pieces when I fire his ass. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I think the thing about Mr. Scratch that kind of doesn't land for me and just never did is that he's supposed to be this very threatening, dangerous character, right? But like for the most part, he's just kind of mean for the sake of being mean. And yeah, he's like an evil serial killer, right? But it often doesn't really feel like there's much behind any of the awful stuff that he does. He's just like, I'm evil because killing people is evil. And I'm gonna fire my manager. It's like, okay. I didn't realize you could see this way out there. Look at that, that's interesting. Radio show.
Well, art lovers, are you feeling neglected? You shouldn't. You know Eddie Rodman's got love for you, which is why I actually hauled myself out of bed before noon, just so I could record an interview for your pleasure. Enjoy.
Manuscript
Now, as I'm
page.
sure you all know, the annual Night Springs Visual Art Show is coming around again.
Oh, that's okay. Money makes the world go around, no doubt about it.
And that's one of my guests here at the studio, Serena Valdivia. She's a curator at the Night Springs Gallery of Visual Arts, and she's in charge of the NSVA Film Festival, held this year at the old Night Springs Drive-In Theater.
Hello, Eddie. It's great to be here. And let me just say that it's a wonderful venue.
Absolutely. And with her is one of the filmmakers, somebody who's actually primarily known as a renowned photographer, Alice Wake.
Hello.
Alice, I've seen a lot of your work over the years. It's very impressive. My wife's a big fan, actually.
Oh, thank you.
You've gained quite a bit of fame as a photographer, but that's not why you're here, right? You actually have a film. That's a little surprising.
For me, too. I really wouldn't be here at all if it weren't for Serena.
You two are friends, I take it?
Yeah, we move in the same circles. So, about a year ago, I heard about all this footage she'd shot, and I got to see some of it, and then I started pestering her about actually putting it out there, because it was really good. I didn't really want to show it. It felt too personal.
Well, yes, I can understand that. It features your husband, and he's, well...
He's dead.
I thought he was missing.
It's been 2 years. This sounds awful, but yes, I believe he's dead. Otherwise he would have, well, you know.
Yeah, I understand. Well, hold that thought, and we'll be right back.
Interesting. The voice acting there seems weird. It doesn't sound like, I think her name was Brett Madden. I'm pretty sure it is her, but it's just an interesting line delivery. Just kind of weird.
Okay. I really don't think they can get to the power now.
Thank you. That's a relief. Here's the keys that you needed.
Thank you.
Hey, I have to tell you, at the diner, I went there with him. The guy who looks like you, okay? I know I said that I didn't.
Yeah, I figured. Want to talk about what happened at the diner?
There was this guy from the observatory, and he just attacked the poor dude, smashed his face into the tabletop a bunch of times. It was horrible. I didn't know that he was gonna do that. I swear. And I just ran. I just left him there. I didn't even try to help.
There was nothing you could have done. It's not your fault.
Well, he's dead in that motel room now, so excuse me if I feel pretty shitty about it anyway.
You shouldn't blame yourself.
I just didn't want to get involved. I have this tendency to just drop everything and run. I don't think I'm a bad person, but I didn't even call the cops. I'm such a coward.
If you'd called the cops, we'd have dead cops. He's not human. Do you understand? It's not your fault.
But I could have tried to stop him.
Believe me, if you had, you'd be dead. You seem to be doing a little better now.
Yeah, I guess it just got easier once I got this thing off my chest. I just feel so guilty about it, especially because I didn't pick up on any of the warning signs. I just really liked hanging out with him, you know? He was smart and charming and funny and hot. The way you could be, I guess.
I guess.
What's the deal with this guy anyway? He looks like you, he uses your name. Why does he do this stuff?
I'm not sure myself. Maybe he's just evil or my dark half. He does a lot of the stuff I'm trying really hard to get away from. Things that just messed up my life.
I guess all those murders don't help either.
Yeah, I could do without the murders and the end of the world. Listen, I need to get going.
Yeah, go. I think I'm good now. I hope.
Good luck. If it all goes well, maybe this is the last time we meet like this.
God, wouldn't that be great?
Just keep those lights on, okay?
All right, this should be enough to save her this time, I think. Yep, and she's not getting wrecked, so that's good. Yeah, I just tried to unlock it. What the fuck? That's dead guy. Can I unlock all the others? Cannot. I really thought there were other modeled hotel rooms. I guess not. I mean, in my mind, in my memory, there were other rooms, but I just guess there isn't any. Huh. Oh well. Observatory time.
The fate of countless individuals hangs in the balance, threatened by the machinations of the Herald of Darkness. And yet, for a moment, the Champion of Light breathes a little easier. He has saved one life. For this moment, it is enough. And
That's
soon,
pretty good.
Perhaps,
It's a win.
he can put an end to this. Returning to the observatory for what he hopes is the final time, the man feels anticipation and dread in equal measure. Soon, he knows he will have what he needs.
I think I just saw a manuscript page. So yeah, that went by much more quickly than the previous two loops.
Hello, I was expecting you. I've already taken care of the imaging array, but you should still look into securing the primary coolant flow. With some luck, you may be able to light the area before these things even show up.
Right.
Thanks for tuning in for the second part of our interview with Serena Valdivia and award-winning photographer Alice Wake. Now, Alice, we were talking about your husband, Alan Wake. Is that a sore subject for you?
Well, a little bit. Of course it is. The way I see it, we had our good times and our bad times, and on the whole, we had a lot of good times. He really made me happy. I don't mind being reminded of him.
So you're over him?
I don't know if I'll ever be that, entirely. I still think about him every day, literally. I still find myself hoping for... Well, sometimes I think I see him just standing somewhere, watching me. I think most people who lose someone they love experience things like that. But on the whole, I'm doing all right. 2 years is a long time to adjust, and I'm not really the type to wallow in the negative.
Well, I know there are a lot of stories about Alan. He seemed to have something of a wild streak.
That's not really what our show is about, though. Look, all that stuff really gets blown out of proportion. He had his problems, but it's really frustrating for me because people like to talk. They love to tell these crazy stories, and they never really knew him at all.
Well, the character he created, Alex Casey, is a household name. The books still continue to sell. There's been talk of a TV series, a movie, a video game. Must be nice to know that his work is still being appreciated by so many readers.
Yes, of course, but I don't really deal with the business side. I leave that to Alan's agent.
That would be Barry Wheeler. Actually, I just interviewed him. He's currently in the music business.
Mm-hmm.
And he's also Alan's best friend. Do you two keep in touch?
We talk regularly. Like I said, he handles the business side.
I think we should talk about her film.
Yes, of course, you're right. I'm Eddie Rodman, talking to Alice Wake and Serena Valdivia, and we'll be right back.
All right, interesting. I think I forgot to check the radio here last time, but that's fine. All right. What the fuck? How do I get over there? This dodge is something else. Alan just slowly turns away from enemies, and then he gets iframes. I pressed the button, and why didn't it give it to me? There you go. All right. Light the whole area.
I believe we're ready to look into the sky.
Right there, Doctor.
That's way faster than last time. Immediate, just single need. Grab the, oh, the box is over here. Darn it. I really need the ammo. All right, so we grab this ammo, wander our way back to the top.
This act of creation is exhilarating and frightening. Subtext and symbols loom eager to take effect. Causality and consequence become domino chains that stretch into infinity. The more fundamental the change, the more unpredictable the variables become. Reality is too complex to control completely. Ordinary questions become meaningless. Who created who? What is really real? Everything is as real as everything else. You learn to let go of the things you can't control and go with the flow, or go insane.
What the fuck? Oh, 2 hits, man. That's nuts. I feel like I lost so much progress. All right, that's a bummer. Damn, that sucks. Ooh, there's a manuscript page over there, though. I missed last time, so let's grab that. Oh, I can't go back. I have to go all the way down and around. Okay. Well, we'll figure it out, right? Run from that. Grab the flashbangs and the ammo and the yada yada. There we go. Alright. Doesn't kill him. Okay, one. Whoops. Alright. Rough, but we made it. Let's do a little loop. I don't think there's gonna be anything back here, but worth a look. Don't see anything. Alright, gotta go up here. Oh, I forgot to pick up the manuscript page down there after I died. We'll have to run back. Pain in the ass. Alright. That's fine. Unless it counts it as
The film
picked up.
noir poster reminded me of Alex Casey, the detective's cool exterior never cracking even with the gun pointed in his face. In the back room, all the lights had been turned off, except for the lone spotlight which illuminated the bright red fire extinguisher on the wall.
I didn't remember grabbing that one before. That's interesting, even though he had that script page last time we were in that area. Let's grab this. What does this one say?
As a storyteller, my first real love was crime. And it was in that genre that I finished my first novel, starring the perpetually miserable Alex Casey, whose entire life was a wound that never healed. The books sold as fast as they hit the shelves. I wrote 5 more Alex Casey books, and they all were bestsellers. I became rich. I became famous. Success brought pressure, and I didn't have...
All right. Enemy disappeared, which means they despawned, which is good. Can I go back here? No manuscript page this time. Doesn't look like there's anything back here. All right, we're doing okay on that stuff then. I meant to check though. Where was it?
This act of creation is exhilarating.
Yeah, okay, I think that was the one. So yeah, never mind. We did pick them up. Cool. I don't need to go back there and pick up that one then. We will just run. Right back up to the top. Skip everything that we can possibly skip. There was also a section over here I wanted to check on because it looked like there was something during the pan over. There we go. It's over here. I knew I saw it.
The man before Dr. Meadows was handsome and slick. He moved with lazy confidence and didn't bother to pretend that he wasn't staring at her. She didn't mind, at first. Then the man flicked open the knife and shoved her out of the control room so she wouldn't hear the signal, whatever it was. Outside, she pulled her lab coat closed and thought about running. She didn't. She didn't think she'd get very far, not from him. She never was entirely sure why he spared her.
Right. Oh, great. That sucks.
Come on in.
What's he got to say this time?
This is what you look like. Does that bother you? I bet it does. I'm not just wearing your face, you know. It goes a lot deeper than that. There's a lot of you and me. All the best parts. At first, I was just an idea. But they kept telling all those stories about you. You already had that rep. And then you disappeared mysteriously. And then the stories about bad, crazy Alan Wake came true. And here I am. That's the best part, isn't it? When that happens, you can always count on Cauldron Lake. I'm just as real as you are. And I'm the improved version. No fears, no doubt, no weaknesses, no self-deception here. I don't let anything drag me down. I know you like I know myself. I know it bothers you that I'm like this, that I use your name, crawl my way into your life, but I only do it because I'm better at being you than you ever were.
That was a quick one. All right. Let's head right on up.
Gary, you need to protect the telescope or we can't complete the sequence.
This is a Poets of the Fall song, so I think I'm good. You gotta have one of these musically motivated shootout sections in every single one of these games, or else it's not an Alan Wake game. There's that. Oh, what the? Double kill on that single hit. That's pretty good. There we go. We did it. Nice.
There, I have it. But I wish these things would stop blatantly violating the laws of physics in my observatory. That's just rude. Are you all right?
I'll live.
I'm glad. I'll send the lift down to you. I remember our previous encounters very clearly now. But technically, if this really is a loop in time, we've never met before. I don't know why our awareness persists, but it's bloody fascinating.
All right, let's see what she has to say.
Doctor?
You know, I know physicists who would give 15...
Oh, weird. Why did that skip?
If all goes well, this should be the last time we go through the loop.
You know, I just realized that I don't have any memory of what happens after you leave. What does that mean?
I don't think it means anything. If everything goes well, you just keep going. I don't show up here like this again, no more bad guys. Things go back to normal.
Let's hope you're right. I'd love the opportunity to look into this in more detail.
Looks like you've accepted the situation.
I'm a pragmatist. If this is a delusion, at least my first psychotic episode is anything but boring. Really, Mr. Wake, at the end of the day, I'm a scientist. I love mysteries. I love not knowing. Whatever else this might be, it's absolutely fascinating. I wonder how far this reaches. Is everybody in the world experiencing this?
Who knows? I think reality's probably pretty fragile right now. Doctor, I can see you're very enthusiastic about this. I'd appreciate a bit of discretion.
Are you suggesting that we should suppress this?
No. You can do what you like, but I want you to leave me out of it.
But surely, with the things you know, the things you've experienced, you can replicate any of these results. We could—
Let me be blunt. If you drag me into this, I'll deny everything. I'll lie like my life depended on it. And writers are damn good liars. Word of advice. This is things man was not meant to know territory. You get into this, chances are you'll open up a door into a world of hurt. Believe me, I know.
I see.
She just accepts that very quickly.
In a strange way, he feels at ease. He is armed with his own words, and when the time comes, they will be enough or they will not. For now, he's content to let the currents take him toward the final confrontation. Once more, we return to the drive-in. If he's aware of the absurdity of arming oneself with a few sentences and standing against a power that can pierce time itself, he doesn't show it. The man has his share of weaknesses, perhaps more, but cowardice
He starts down
is
here.
not among them.
Interesting. So yeah, I guess he just starts directly in the generator to go talk to her first. That's it. That's fun that we don't need to run all the way here. This is convenient.
Oh, you got yourself a little plan, do you?
Yep. Sure do. I don't know why that gave me the dodge animation just then. Alright. Despawn as many of them as I can. I tried to dodge. Get dunked on. Oh god, there's so many of them. Just wants this one on. Oh no. I think I got the, no. Thought I had a checkpoint. I sort of did. There we go. Alright, we'll just run over here now. Put this one. And then we're good. So we don't need to deal with the big guy anymore because we were able to skip his confrontation. There we go. Enter the projector building. Ow, fuck. We should go talk to Serena first. Almost out of batteries, which is not great. Definitely want flare gun ammo. Now we run. All right. Home stretch.
Never getting out of this, Wake. Never! Don't worry. I'll take care of your wife and your life. You starting to sound a little desperate. Really,
There we go. Oh, I tried to dodge into it so that I would get the iframes. Oops. Bummer.
You're never getting out of this, Wake.
Come on.
Never! Don't worry. I'll take care of your wife and your life.
You don't say.
Sound a little desperate.
I really want to save my flare gun ammo, but not too much I can do about wanting to do that, so. Okay.
I'll send you right back to the beginning.
Go.
What?
All right.
You think whatever it is you're gonna do is gonna make a difference? This'll end up just like before!
Gotta get to that checkpoint. Think the enemies behind us disappeared. Yeah, because we hit the checkpoint. That is wonderful. We watch the TV.
I've been around for a while now, you know?
There's more to fighting the Taken than just burning away the darkness that protects them. When I'm fighting for my life, I find myself slipping into a state of intense concentration that makes the beam of my flashlight seem more powerful and focused. I used to think it was just my imagination, something brought on by the adrenaline and fear of death. But now I'm not so sure. I've been touched by powers that I can't begin to truly comprehend. And they've left a mark. I'm starting to think this might be a part of it.
Well, you've been indisposed, stuck in the darkness. I've been busy. I operate in the shadows, not always literally, you understand. I'm a little more resilient than those I've taken, but I do my best work in the dark. And there's so much darkness out there that goes deep. And the things that live in it are fast, big bastards. They don't mind getting a little bit of elbow room. All that chaos and madness, it doesn't really do that much down there. It's like pouring a glass of water into the ocean, right? But up here, yeah, you can really make an impact. All they need is someone to bring them all the way through.
Huh.
But first, I had to take care of you. You party pooper. You're stuck in an eternal cycle now. The sun's never coming up for you. Everything else? Do my thing. Getting a bit of quality time with Alice. That's a little something for me. And I deserve it.
We hate that. Let's go talk to Serena. Or Selena? I don't remember her name. I think there might be probably a manuscript page up there or something too. Not really gonna be too concerned about it, but gotta give her the safe ending she deserves too. Because that would be unfair if we give them to everyone else and not her. And there's a manuscript page somewhere. It's like right up here. Alan, please, for the love of God.
I held the film canister in my hands. I saw her name written across it in big letters, followed by the title. It was a time capsule, moments snatched from times gone by, from a past that I hoped could also be our future. It was my salvation, our chance to be together. A tin can with a bit of magic in it that she didn't even know about, something I could put to good use. There were only moments left before I had to face him.
All right, let's see what we can do.
Oh, hey.
I'm hoping I can put an end to this now.
You'd better. I really don't want that to happen to me again. It's like somebody vomited in my brain, like a sleazy movie that keeps looping in my head.
I'll stop this, I swear.
You know the part that's really screwed up? If you mess it up, it'll just keep happening forever, right? I don't think I can deal with that.
Don't think about that.
I don't think of anything but.
Hey, afterwards, when all this is done, Look me up. This thing, I can probably help you deal with it.
I don't know. It's almost like I'm not even in the same world anymore. Everything's just weird now.
Yeah, I know. A lot of that'll pass with time. But being touched by the darkness, it's rough on you. It's a lot to process. And I just don't want you to get completely screwed up by this.
I don't need the keys.
Hello, folks, and welcome to the third part of our pre-recorded interview with Serena Valdivia and renowned photographer Alice Wake. So, tell me about the film.
It's called Sunrise, and it really wasn't something I ever thought of as an actual film. It was just footage, things I saw and happened to shoot. It's not a medium I'm very much at home with.
You shouldn't put yourself down. You've got a great eye.
Maybe, but experience is another thing.
Because you're primarily a still photographer.
Yes, exactly. So I'm really used to thinking of the world in terms of snapshots. I frame something and try to pick the right moment, and then reveal that moment to people. Moving images are a different story. I'm still learning a lot about it, to be honest.
So, this is a new thing for you?
Or maybe I'm just a slow learner. But showing it like this is definitely a new step for me. It's a little weird taking something this intimate and showing it to everybody. Not that the material itself is somehow shocking. It's just that those were private moments.
But that's why it works, because it feels genuine. It's not so much a story as it is a sort of an echo, showing us how you saw your husband at the time. It's not really about the sunrise itself or Alan watching it. It's about you two together.
I suppose. It's funny, looking at it now, especially now that it's been edited like that. It takes on a life of its own, almost. It's a kind of a fantasy.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that.
No, you're right. I'm glad you talked me into it.
It's pretty good. So we get to see some of Alice's original experiments then with creating this stuff, influencing the dark place with art. On the other side right there. Go grab that other page. Why is she saying that?
The clothes I
when
wear
she's
now
not?
I shaped from dreams and memories. It's an old outfit, originally from the 90s. The last time I wore it was when I was still writing and Alice and I took a vacation in the desert before our troubles began. The night before, we'd been at a party, and I had dressed to the nines. On that lazy day, I put on these old clothes, worn and comfortable. Alice made a joke about grunge. I felt a little embarrassed, but I stuck with them. We were very happy. I'm sheathed in good memories to remind myself of what is at stake.
Alan Wake is sheathed. You heard it here first, folks. It's weird that she's just repeating that even though we already saved her. That must be a glitch. Like a sequencing error. It doesn't expect you to walk out there. Alright, let's go these things. Done. And this one's done now too. Can I grab anything better? Nope. I was really hoping I could get another flare, but we'll actually have to fight at this one. I'm stuck on the train. Flee, Alan. All right, yay, we did it. All right. Okay, now we can go inside.
Again, the champion of light enters the final trap. The new reality is almost here. All he needs to do is change the details of the scene, push it past the breaking point, and the rest will snap into place.
All right, so we do that. Hit that. Alice's film. Set this to August. Put this to 2 a.m. We're good. What do I do? Where do I put it? There we go. Alice's film. And there we go.
Oh, come on, buddy. Why don't you... What? What is this? No! No! You can't do this! All I did was take the things you always wanted and never had the balls to go for. It's my turn now. It's my life. It's my life.
I like that the flashlight like circle appears on him even in the film. That's kind of cool. Like diegetic.
Alan? Is it really you?
It's really me.
How? I love you.
I love you.
Piecemeal says, honestly, if he wasn't such a dick, none of this would have happened. Very true. So we're supposed to believe this is just vacation footage that they shot, but also it's kind of unclear if this is real or not, if this is Alice reaching into the dark place.
A man, two lovers, held apart for far too long, enveloped in the light of a glorious dawn. They both feel it. He's home at last. Are these actual events, or merely a dream? A memory, or a glimpse of what is to come? One thing is certain. This scene takes place in another time, and another place, far, far away from Night Springs.
Wow. So that was Alan Wake's American Nightmare. As you can see, that was the last Alan Wake game for 13 years. That was that ending. I have no idea. I have no idea how that, that's what they managed to leave off on, but it's really unclear how they're going to follow up on that. I do think that it's all going to turn out to just have been like one of Werlin Door's attempts to contact Alan and get him out. But it's unclear exactly how that's going to happen and really what's going on. But one of the coolest and the more long-lasting legacies that this game has kind of set up is like the relationship between Alice and Barry and like what Alice has been doing this whole time. This idea of her experimenting with footage and doing more art and how art interacts with the dark place and like kind of creates that door and creates a conversation. And a lot of those ideas came back for Alan Wake 2. Like a lot of that comes back for Alan Wake 2. And then there's even later stuff like Mr. Scratch and how he kind of disappears and comes back and disappears and comes back, and how he's always there. And it's kind of interesting that we'll see get developed as the series goes on. So this was Alan Wake's American Nightmare, the weird DLC chapter, the standalone game. That's truly all there is to it. There really isn't anything more there. So it kind of makes sense it was kind of forgotten and was left out of the remastered collection, but it's kind of an interesting game. I'm definitely glad we played it, but I'm excited that it's over because it means that we can now move on to Quantum Break, a really weird game.